All right, Vinny, thank you very much. Ryan, you mentioned this in our earlier newscast, the 3 Ps we need to be sure that we pay attention to: the pets, pipes, and the plants, right?
And the people.
Oh yeah, which one was wrong? Pets?
No, so you had 3, but there's 4.
There's 4 Ps. Oh,
Ps.
sorry, and humans,
yeah.
people, yeah.
Yeah, it's very important because, as you mentioned, it's going to get very, very cold tonight, and we're going to expect most locations in the Hill Country to reach freezing in the overnight hours. Now, I do want to explain the difference between a light freeze and a hard freeze. A light freeze is when overnight temperatures dip down between 29 and 32 degrees, around that range. Now, a hard freeze, when it happens, it's when temperatures get below 28 for several hours, and that does extensive damage to vegetation, plant life, and that is likely going to happen across the Hill Country tonight. And more importantly, in the Monday morning, a widespread freeze around San Antonio. We'll chat all about that coming up in just a bit. 66 right now. It's warm, it's humid, it's mild out there, but notice where the cold front is traveling through. Central Texas, I-35, into, let's say, Fredericksburg, Kerrville, and a local view at our temperatures, 45 already in Kerrville, so it's going through there right now. In addition, breezy, gusty, northerly winds, 15 to 25 miles an hour. It's 66 here in the city, 61 in Boerne, so you can actually just draw the cold front right between San Marcos, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, where they're already in the 30s at this hour in Gillespie County, far northern portions of the Hill Country. Now, late tonight, northerly winds, 15, 25 miles an hour. It's going to be breezy overnight, windy all day tomorrow, and winds don't subside until late tomorrow night into early Monday, and that's actually going to help temperatures cool off even more to kick off the new work week. All right, so here in North Texas, you'll notice some snowfall out near Lubbock, Amarillo. This is behind the cold front itself, where the air is bone chilly, bone cold, and bone dry. Now, you'll see in San Antonio, there is a freeze warning already issued for our area for Bexar County. Now, watch temperatures plummet and go down overnight. Late tonight, tomorrow morning, 8:30, 35 to 34 here in San Antonio. So around the metro, I do think we remain above freezing. But if you're in northern Bexar County, Timberwood Park, Fair Oaks Ranch, Boerne area, and anywhere north into the Hill Country, you're going to experience a hard freeze, middle to upper 20s early tomorrow morning. With the sunny skies tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a beautiful day, but temperatures only top out in the upper 40s and lower 50s tomorrow afternoon. And then watch what happens late Sunday night, early Monday. Widespread freeze everywhere, middle to upper 20s across San Antonio. Likely the lower 20s and upper teens in the Hill Country, so it's going to be a brutally cold start to the week. So we do want to highlight the 4 Ps: plants, pets, pipes, and people. Very important just because of the hard freeze expected later on tonight for the Hill Country and the widespread freeze expected here in San Antonio early Monday. So let's go through the 7-day forecast in just a bit. You can see 38 tomorrow morning, 49 around 2 o'clock, and 51 for a high temperature. Here's that 7-day, 54 on Monday. So we're going to stay cold for the next 48 hours. Tomorrow morning, 34 in San Antonio, 20s in the Hill Country. We only make it up to 51. Not much better on Monday. Sunny skies, beautiful sky conditions, but it's just going to be brutally cold in the overnight hours, and I do think that's the coldest we get in the 7-day period. 26 Monday morning, 54 Monday afternoon, and then we'll be back in the 70s by Wednesday. But look at this, a reinforcing dose of some colder air Wednesday into Thursday, and that brings us back near freezing by Friday morning, or right near freezing early Friday, back in the 60s by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Highs around 65 to 66.